Hi everyone, FP Will Greaves here with this week's Weekly Wrap. It's been a constituency week, which means that I've been at home, meeting with people, listening, and doing the work that reminds me why this job matters. This week, that work covered just about everything, from research and innovation to the safety of women and girls, here and around the world. Let's get into it. One of the things that I value most about constituency weeks is the chance to sit down with the people and the organizations that are actually doing hard, necessary work in our community. This week, that meant conversations about just about every issue under the sun. We spoke about Palestinian refugees, about poverty and income inequality, about improving healthcare and harm reduction, and addiction recovery. I met with internal auditors and with people working to protect local conservation efforts right here on southern Vancouver Island. I also sat down this week with senior leaders at UVic and the Coast Innovation Centre to talk about how research and innovation can drive growth right here in our local economy. Because when we invest in the people and the institutions that are doing cutting-edge work in Victoria, that produces shared prosperity for all of us. I also met with the Société Francophone de Victoria to support French language and culture and to encourage bilingualism in our community. And also met with grade 12 students at Vic High to answer their questions about politics in Canada and around the world. My family also attended Vic High's production of Hadestown, which my office was also proud to help support. A seriously talented group of young people who put on a great show. We also welcomed 3 visitors to Victoria this week, and each of these visits was about strengthening this community. First, I joined Secretary of State for Labour John Zerucelli to speak at the BC Building Trades Convention, literally talking to the workers who build our province. I joined the Parliamentary Secretary for Environment, Wade Grant, to meet with world-leading climate and ocean scientists from UVic, Environment Climate Change Canada, and Ocean Networks Canada, and to tour the incredible gem that is Uplands Park in Oak Bay. And finally, we had Jobs and Families Minister Patty Hajdu here to announce $70 million in federal support for BC workers in tariff-affected sectors, especially forestry. That's a real investment in the people and the families who need it most right now. I'd also like to be direct this week about something a little heavier. I've continued to closely follow developments in Iran and across the Middle East. I've had many conversations in recent days with my fellow MPs and with government officials about Canada's foreign policy in the region, and I'm grateful for the support that my statement last week has received. I will continue to advocate for a Canadian position that is consistent, that is principled, and that is... Which also brings me to today, International Women's Day. I am proud to be part of a caucus with the highest representation of women MPs in Canadian history, nearly half of my colleagues in the Liberal Party. Growing up, I was raised by a community of strong, smart, caring, and capable women. And today, I want to acknowledge the women and the girls around the world and across Canada who build and sustain their communities, yet are so often the first to face hardship and violence. My thoughts are with the girls killed in a military strike on a school in Iran this week, with every mom working to support and to care for her family, with women journalists who experience disproportionate harassment and intimidation for their work, like the case this week of independent Canadian journalist Rachel Gilmore, who was threatened for her reporting on white nationalists organizing at a gym in Montreal and didn't receive the support that she should have from professional news and journalistic organizations. And also, women whose lives are taken by intimate partner violence, a crisis that continues to claim lives right here in our province. Women like Bailey McCourt in Kelowna, like Gover right here in Saanich, and too many others across BC and across Canada who should still be with their loved ones and their communities too. On International Women's Day, we remember them, and we recommit to building a country where women can breathe safe. Loses her life. So this was a week that covered the full range of what it means to serve a community. From celebrating young talent at Vic High, to sitting with people hardest concerns, to honoring women that we have lost. What ties it all together is this, that we show up for each other. That's what Victoria does. So that's the wrap for this week. Thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for staying engaged. And I'll see you again next week.